Hey YouTube, I'm going to break down the concept of consciousness in a way that I learned and really helped me, and perhaps even show how truth and lies are just different sides of the same coin. So imagine this. Imagine an endless field. You can't even see the end of it. And you're born somewhere, not even in the middle. Because again, you can't even see the edges. So you don't even know if you're in the middle. So, but you might think that you're at the middle of the whole thing. And you're born into, like, let's say you fall somewhere in this field and you conquer a very tiny piece of land. That's your reality. Let's say your reality at that age is your mother, probably mostly your mother. And just remember, the first thing you do when you come to this endless field, you cry. And it's an important point. And as you grow, you conquer more land. That land is your consciousness. It's your perception. It's you, the field that is you. So your reality, basically, is you. And as you grow, your reality turns to be more than the room and your mother. It maybe turns to be also your father, your brothers, if you have. The garden that sometimes your parents take you out to see, and you learn about different animals, birds that exist, apparently. And that's how your reality expands over the endless field, because again, before that it was unknown. That endless field is like unknown abyss, if you want. And every time, like, and you go again, it goes farther than that. It goes all the way to like school. You learn that there is a bigger system going on, and you conquer more land again from this endless field, and you make it your land. And your land is limited. It's not endless. Your land, you can see the edges of it, and you constantly push the edges of it. The more you learn, the more your reality grows. And each time you conquer land, it's not always as it's kind of forced. It's kind of forced upon you. You don't really have a choice, and sometimes you do it more willingly, sometimes less willingly. It's usually not fun to grow, to like conquer your land. It's like it requires you to fight for it. I'll give you an example. A child, when a child, like, children cry a lot, children grow a lot, but children cry a lot as well. Here's one scenario. Let's say you're a kid and you want a toy, and say you got a toy, and you learned that you just weren't satisfied with it, and your reality expanded, basically, where you learned that, okay, so I got a toy, now what? And that's how you grow. Or you don't get a toy, and then you learn, okay, there are like more things than what I want. Like, there's more factors. I need to consider also that if my parents want something else, that's also a factor here in the story. It's not just what I want. And it hurts. It very much hurts the child to learn that, usually. You know, and that's why you see them crying over a candy or over a toy. And it's a big deal. It's their whole reality is being shattered. Every time that you expand, you learn that your reality was quite limited. You're wrong. that there is more to it than you thought there was. It's painful. And we don't really change. That child of that you were doesn't really change. It just grows into bigger things, perhaps. So it's not a toy anymore. It's school, it's life. It's learning that things were not the way you thought they were. It's disappointments. It's struggles, failures, crisis. And all of it is learning that there is more to it than you thought. It's all of it is conquering, adding more factors, more details to your land. You conquer more basically from the endlessness. And it was unknown, and now it became known. You conquer it. You made it yours. You are in the known. The endless field is in the unknown. And the endless field kinda wants to conquer you back. It wants to kill you. It does eventually. So you're constantly struggled. You're constantly pushed by it, and then you have to push back. Otherwise, you will kind of be defeated by it. So you have to push back. You have to fight it, and so you do, right? Every time, like you go outside, cross the road, you get hit by a car. That's reality. That's the reality. That's the unknown field pushing down on you, wanting to conquer you. But then you learn, okay. I will stop getting hit by cars. I will look to the left and right. I will learn that this light thing that is going on means something. Or maybe build a light thing that means something, an order that... Anyways, you learn that there is different factors, whether it's the car or the rules of crossing the street, or the rules of driving and the rules of the street, the road. And another thing you need to remember is that the reason why it's very hard to expand and conquer your land, conquer more land to, like, of the unknown, and to make it your land, is because your land is your shelter. It defends you from the unknown. The more you know, the more safe you are, right? That's kind of the illusion that you get. The more you know, the more safe you are. But then at some point you also realize that the more you know, it actually, you learn that there is more misery. So it's kind of the opposite than you would think, right? I will learn about all of the factors of life, and I will learn to master it. But then you learn that life is kind of infinite, in a sense. Like there is no end. There is no end. You can't see the edge of the map. The only thing that is defined is your reality. It's your land. So it's your shelter. But here's another thing to consider. It's also your trap, your cage. It prevents you from going and exploring the endlessness. It gives you a defined, safe prison to live in. And you see, you can see that very well when you look at our ignorant moment, and of course it's easier to see it on other people. How many times you see people having ignorant moments where they are defending so well their little, fragile, tiny reality. Just because they don't want to know that they're wrong. Because it's scary to know that you're wrong. It's a scary moment, and you only do it when you're forced to, and sometimes, again, more willingly, sometimes less willingly. So now, if we were to look at the endless field as the truth, and at your field as a lie, because that's what, think about what does truth mean. Truth, let's say truth means good. Truth means endless, absolute, kind of like endless is absolute, right? um Knowing, known. Well, truth, we don't know truth, we don't know the truth, we don't know the truth. Like, I don't believe you if you say you know the truth. You know something. So that's your reality again. Let's go back to your reality. Leave the truth in the endless truth, because you're born knowing nothing. So the truth is, again, in the unknown. The truth is the unknown. You might even say. And then what is your reality? Your reality is protection from the truth. What is a lie? A lie is limiting. It's bad, I guess. It's defense. You know how you see it. Liars, like, it's known that, like, liars are hurt people. They're hurt people. They're defending something very poorly, right? We don't respect them too much for that. But like, that's the common idea, that like liars are like protecting themselves from something, daddy issues or whatever. Well, that's our reality. That's our field. It's a prison. It protects us, a shelter, but it's a prison. It's a lie. It's a lie like the borders of it are just lies that preventing us from going to the endless, from the endless, from getting into us and to our land, and bringing chaos and doom upon us. And we defend those lies very fiercely, right? We won't expand our field. No cause, like, no way, dude. We are not gonna expand. We're gonna we're gonna fight very hard to stay the same. We don't like change. So you basically conquered pieces from the truth. You conquered a lot from the endless field. So you might say, I have truth. I'm on my path to truth. But at the same time, every piece you conquered, you made it yours. It's no longer unknown, it's now known. And it's now protecting you from the unknown. Now gives you more justification, more pride. I know, I conquered the unknown. Like, and you see this behavior, like, already in kids. Again, they think they know the whole world just because they learn little things. Well, according to us, little things. For them, it's the entire world, literally. So, you know, our reality is at this, like, our field is at the same time from the unknown, right? It's conquered. It's land conquered from the endless field. But at the same time, it's not endless. It's very limited. It's like limited. It's our field. It's a limited world that I find. You can see the edges of your land. So it's a lie. But it's from the truth. It's from the truth, but it's a lie at the same time. And the more you conquer, you just conquer maybe a greater lie. I encourage you, go conquer more. That you will do it anyways, whether my advice or not. Because again, the endless field is threatening you. It's pushing you, and you're gonna have to push back at some point and conquer more. There is no real passiveness that you long for so much. No peace. So just remember, truth, lie. It's the same. The more you just go from a greater lie, like from small lies to a greater lie, and on the path to truth. That's what it is. You're taking pieces of truth, of the endless truth, and you make them lies. Lies protecting you from the truth. So I learned that from a friend, and I've developed that over the years. But it's an idea that really helped me. understand life and understand truth and lies.